When gangsters go to war, they don't go after each other first. They go after their enemies' loved ones. I will not bury another daughter.
General Hospital latest update. Natalia's drunken spiral may end in tragedy, just as a deadly firebomb rocks Charlie's pub with Christina inside. As suspicions mount and accusations fly, Sonny faces wrath from both Marco and Sidwell, and a brutal mob war explodes. Who survives the chaos? Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers. Natalia's drunken demise launches mob war. Sidwell believes Sonny's responsible. General Hospital spoilers indicate a war between Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, and Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rota, will heat up during the week of June 30th to July 4th, and unfortunately, it looks like a very drunk Natalia Ramirez, Eva LaRue, and her potential demise could turn this bad situation far uglier. From the sounds of it, Sidwell will be behind the first strike when Charlie's pub catches on fire, with Sonny's daughter, Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Monsey, still in the establishment. But at this point in time, it's hard to truly tell if Sidwell is behind this. Will Christina come out of this with a few scratches, or will she be fighting for her life? Her fate hangs in the balance. However, another character who could meet their demise is Natalia. The General Hospital preview for the week of June 30th to July 4th shows Natalia on a couch, and she's clearly had too much to drink. During a clip, she slumps over, as her eyes roll to the back of her head, and she passes out. Will something worse happen? The daytime drama is infamous for compiling these preview clips out of context to swerve fans. The General Hospital weekly preview often tells a story that doesn't end up happening on screen, so it's hard to say if Natalia will pass away, but it's always fun to make predictions. Since Marco Rios, Adrian and Chando found out that his mom was going to skip town and not work with ADA Justine Turner, Nazneen contractor, for a deal on her DUI charge, he's been concerned about Sonny going after Natalia and getting rid of her, for good. Natalia had information that could put Sonny away, and she let him know it. Thanks to his father, Marco knows how crime bosses work. They rarely allow people who have dirt on them to live. Sonny was seemingly organizing a new life for Natalia, but the sad news is, she thought he was going with her. When she realized he wasn't, Natalia turned to alcohol, something that's become a trend for her lately. Despite being told she was going to leave for her new life right away, she snuck away from Sonny's security guard in front of her hotel room and appeared at Daisy's, Levi Clark Coughlin, christening on the Friday, June 27th episode. Sonny will not stand for this type of behavior and will likely ensure Natalia is taken back to her hotel room swiftly. Still, as she's drunk, Sonny may need to hold off on any travel plans. He'll get one of his henchmen to drag her back and away from his granddaughter's blessed event. As no one knows how much Natalia's had to drink, could she suffer from alcohol poisoning? Could she pass away between the time she is sent back to her hotel and the time she is found? It's not hard to think that Marco may be the one to find his mom, unalive, on the couch and naturally assume that this was Sonny's handiwork, versus alcohol poisoning. Sidwell's fire in Charlie's pub could be minor, like a small warning to Sonny, without crossing a line. It's hard to say whether or not the fire will spread fast and cause Christina life-threatening injuries or if it'll be small and she'll escape with ease. Then again, there's always the chance that Sidwell isn't behind the fire, and an unknown threat still lingers in the shadows. Regardless, if Natalia passes away, and both Marco and Sidwell believe Sonny is behind it, this could launch an all-out mob war. Sidwell and Natalia weren't close, but as the mother of his son, it'll sting knowing that Sonny lashed out at his family in this regard. Plus, if Marco is upset, Sidwell will want retribution. General Hospital spoilers suggest Sidwell and Sonny's loved ones will get caught in the crossfire as these two criminals duke it out for bragging rights as the top lawbreakers in the little town. However, How much damage will be done in this battle, and how many lives will be sacrificed? Today's next update. Natalia passes out after popping pills and doing shots of whiskey, plus, Charlie's is firebombed. Monday, June 30, 2025. Today on General Hospital, Portia sets both Curtis and Jordan up, Daisy is christened, and Sonny and Natalia cause problems for Brooklyn and Chase. At the church, Natalia walks in and sits in the back pew. Sonny tells Carly that he'll handle it, saunters over, and tells Natalia that they should speak outside. Natalia agrees, and they exit. Sasha enters the church with Daisy, accompanied by Joss, Amelia, and Wiley. As everyone waits for Sonny to return, Wiley asks if they are waiting for Mommy, but Michael says she's not coming today. Brooklyn pulls Chase aside and asks him if he knows why Natalia is here and why he clammed up when she told him about the dirty investment. Chase can't discuss this with her. Outside the church, Sonny tells Natalia that she can't be here. She thought he was supposed to be on a plane with her to Belize. He explains that he is setting her up with a new life and will monitor her safety, but his life is here, and he's sorry for the confusion. Sonny says he's set her up with everything she needs. She cries, except friends and family. Natalia breaks down in tears, and Christina comes out to tell her dad that the service is about to start. Sonny asks his man to take Natalia to her hotel and make sure that she gets on that flight. Natalia tells Sonny, "May you and your whole family get every blessing you deserve." The christening carries on. Sonny returns to the church, the service begins, and Mac finally arrives. Sasha reveals that their child's full name is Daisy Celeste, and the father baptizes her. The family all gathers for a photo. After, Michael invites everyone back to the Quartermain mansion, and the family begins to disperse. Carly checks in with Sonny about Natalia, and Christina does the same with Jason. Both men say Natalia's been handled. Brooklyn catches Chase in a hallway, calling Turner to report that Natalia just showed up at Sonny's granddaughter's christening and then left. Brooklyn wonders what her husband just did. He says he was on a work call, and she shouldn't have listened in. He reminds her that his work could involve people she knows, and they agreed not to let it impact them and set boundaries. She just needs to know if something is going on with Sonny and Natalia. Frustrated, Chase says he can't talk about this. She says she loves him, and he loves her too. They kiss, and he heads off to the station. A romantic dinner. At Carly's, Lucas and Marcus decide to cook a meal together. Lucas bought all the ingredients, but lost the recipe he found online, so Marco suggests they improvise. Lucas admits he's not a good cook. He doesn't cook at all, he heats things up. Marco knows how to cook, and it's something he used to do with his mom until things fell apart between them. Marco manages to save the meal, and over dinner, they share a kiss. Portia plays Jordan and Curtis. At Aurora, Portia and Curtis are getting frisky in his office when Jordan walks in. She is stunned, apologizes, and walks out. Curtis realizes Portia set that up. She admits, "I sure as hell did." Curtis thought she was done with the schemes and lies. Portia wonders if he's upset because of her plot, or that Jordan saw him kissing the woman he's married to. Curtis wonders if any of that was real or if it was all a setup and for show. Portia says everything she shared with him was real, and Jordan needed to see them together. She tells Curtis that Jordan wants him back, and she needs to know it won't happen now or ever. Curtis tells Portia that whatever she's feeling about him and Jordan, it's all in her head. Portia doesn't think so, and she's seen how they have been sneaking off and having private conversations. Curtis tells her those conversations were about her being blackmailed by Drew, and her guilt is driving this narrative. Portia says they are struggling, Jordan sees it, and she's trying to exploit his vulnerability. Curtis notes that doesn't sound like Jordan, it sounds like Portia. Portia insists that if he thinks she exploited the cracks in his marriage to Jordan, he should tell her. Curtis says he doesn't blame the end of his marriage on her, but he's not sure about her actions now. Portia did what she did to save their marriage, but Curtis tells her that she's destroying them. Curtis tells Portia these lies and stunts of hers are only pulling them apart. No matter what he does to ensure her and Trina's safety, she still doesn't trust him. Portia says, Lord knows Jordan never lied. Curtis counters that Jordan lied about her work, not having his child, or being blackmailed by his enemy. Curtis tells her that Jordan isn't the real problem, the two of them are. Anna clashes with Turner and advises Jordan. In Anna's office, she warns Turner that Sonny is smart and strategic. Turner says Anna is as well, so either Sonny has been one step ahead of her this whole time, or she has been looking the other way. Anna says they are on the same side, but if she wants to tank her career trying to take down Sonny, well, she won't be the first. Anna tells her that she can work with her or not. Anna tells Turner that she hasn't crossed the line yet, but cherry-picking her officers for investigations that she's kept out of the loop about is something she won't let stand. She warns her to be careful about how she proceeds. Jordan busts in, says she is sorry, and didn't know Anna was in a meeting. Anna says the acting DA was just leaving. Turner leaves, and Anna asks if Jordan saw Curtis. Jordan says she did, with Portia on his desk, going at it. She thinks she played right into Portia's hands, and yells, "The bitch set me up." Whatever her feelings for Curtis are, she won't be responsible for ruining his marriage. However, Portia's games may. Jordan tells Anna that her feelings for Curtis are complicated, and she doesn't want them bound up with Portia's mess. She hopes Curtis can find the peace he wants, and it's hard to see him reconciling with Portia, given her lies. Anna says that it is Curtis' decision, and she needs to find a way to move forward. Anna asks what she needs. Natalia is a hot mess. Natalia is taken back to her metro courtroom. She tells Sonny's man that she needs to pack and take a shower, so he steps out. Natalia begins to have a panic attack and finds some pills and takes them. She then downs the pills with whiskey. After her shower, Natalia begins packing, but pops more pills with some booze. She begins thinking about her argument with Sidwell over their son, and her blaming him for turning Marco against her. She thinks about Sonny's promise to give her a comfortable life in a beautiful area, but his life is in Port Charles. Then she recalls Marco telling her that if she walks out and leaves the country that she'll be nothing to him. She begins to text someone. Back at Carly's, Marco and Lucas clean up after their dinner. They begin making out heavily when his phone begins to chime. Marco says it's his mom, and it is gibberish, so she's probably drunk. He says when she drinks, her texts turn into a word salad thanks to autocorrect. Lucas notes the timing is odd if she's supposed to be leaving town. Lucas looks at Marco's phone and tries to decipher what Natalia is saying. Marco says she'll leave him a message in the morning apologizing, but Lucas says she's leaving the country. Lucas says his mom is reaching out, and this may be the last chance he gets to reach back. Back in her room, Natalia looks at her phone and sees that Marco has read her word salad but hasn't replied. Sonny's man bangs on the door and says they have to go. She calls back that she's almost ready. She tries to text Marco that she's sorry, but it gets jumbled up because of her state. The Quartermaines and more celebrate. At the Quartermaines, Felicia and Carly discuss Daisy. Felicia says having a new grandchild is a blessing. Carly wishes her mom could have met her, but Felicia says she's with them in spirit. Sasha asks Jason if he wants to hold his goddaughter and passes her to him. Sasha asks what she should call him, Uncle Jason. He says Jason is just fine. She thanks him for sticking by her and looking out for them, even though she tried to get him to leave her alone. She knows he took a lot of heat too, and he's a good man, and Daisy and she are lucky to have him. Brooke Lynn leaves a message with Chase saying she's worried about Natalia and Sonny. Christina arrives and talks with Michael and Sonny before getting a text. Her manager is sick, so she has to go to Charlie's and open up. She says goodbye to Sonny and Michael and takes off. At Charlie's, two masked men break in and spread gasoline everywhere. In the show's final moments. In Curtis' office, Portia tells her husband, whether he will admit it or not, Jordan is the problem, and she needs to know they are married and have a family. Curtis' phone rings, and it's Jordan. She says she'll leave him to it, but she'll be fighting for their marriage. She asks, "What about you?" In Anna's office, Jordan is gone. Turner appears and tells Anna that if she wants to build trust, she should put out an APB on Natalia. She's about to skip town, and she is their best shot at taking Corinthos down. At Carly's, Lucas blows out the candles of the romantic dinner. Marco is gone. At the QS, everyone toasts to Daisy. In her room, Natalia stumbles around, checks her phone, and sees Marco hasn't responded. She eventually falls onto the couch and passes out. She misses Marco finally messaging her back. At Charlie's, Christina walks in the back and heads behind the bar. She looks around and notices the gas on the floor. Suddenly, a Molotov cocktail is thrown through the window, and a fire breaks out. On the next General Hospital, Chase bangs on Natalia's door, and Christina is trapped in Charlie's as the fire spreads. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.